So what are we going to start with? So we are going to start with the revision of some rules of pronunciation. There will be actually only 3 of them. Yes, and I'd like to start with the presentation about these rules. So can you see that?
Yes.
Yes, that's great. So the first rule we are going to revise, it's the pronunciation of letter C in the position before EIY and in the position before other letters. So let's remember, before EIY, we pronounce letter C as
certify, civil, and cyber.
Yes, as S, yeah, sound S. S. And in the position before other letters, we pronounce that
SK, criminal code and claim.
Yes, K, yes, Dasha, that's right. So please don't confuse the letter and the sound. Letter K, sound K. Letter C, sound S. Yes? Okay, so before EIY it's S, before other letters it's K. So well, the next rule it's about the letter G. And the situation is really similar because we pronounce this letter as G, like soft one, yes, G before EIY and as G before other letters. But the trick is that there are some exceptions. For example, tiger, get, gift, girl, finger, target, yes? So all these words are exceptions, okay? But let's read the words which actually correspond to the rule.
Gerund.
Gerund, yes, then?
Legislation,
yes, and gym, that's right. So we pronounce really soft variant of letter G, G, yes? And before other letters, we pronounce G, yeah? So for example, legal, yes.
Legal, investigate, and signature.
Yes, legal, investigate, signature. Really well done. So these rules were about pronunciation of distinct letters. And now, the third rule we are going to revise, it's the rule about pronunciation of nouns and verbs. Actually, these are nouns and verbs which consist of 2 syllables. Okay? So in nouns, the stress is on the first syllable. And in corresponding verbs, the stress is on the second syllable. Of course, we're not talking about all the nouns or all the verbs. So let's look at some of the examples of these nouns and verbs. So, for example, present, and present. That's right. Tanya, the next one.
Protest. Protest.
Protest, yes. Protest. Dasha?
Conduct.
That's right. Ira?
Convict.
That's right. The next, Bogdan?
Suspect.
Suspect, that's right. Uliana?
Object.
Object. An object, but 2 object. Timur?
Subject is subject.
And subject. That's right.
Yes.
So 3 rules. And what are we going to do now? Now we are going to have a kind of a game with will decide. Yes, can you see that? And please read the word and explain the rule of pronunciation. So the first one, Uliana. Uliana, can you read that?
To present evidence.
To present evidence, yes. Why to present? Why the stress is on the second syllable?
Because it is a verb.
It is a verb. Yes.
Right, yes. What does it mean to present evidence?
Надавати докази.
Надавати, yes, представляти докази. Well done, yes, отлично. The next one, Ilona.
Because it is a noun.
But why conduct?
Because it is a noun.
Because it is a noun, yes.
Right, it's a noun. Well done. The next one, Dasha. Oh.
A conduct, because it is a noun.
Yeah, okay, so one more maybe, yeah? It's too simple.
Me again?
Yeah.
Certify.
Mhm.
Because spirits E, Y, and it is sound as C. Certified. Certified.
That's very good. The next one, Tanya.
A certificate.
A certificate. Or why do we pronounce this the first C as S and the second C as K?
Because of the rule that before E, I, Y, we pronounce as S. And yes, and before before other letters as K.
As K. That's right. That's very good. The next one, Ira.
Cybercrimes.
Cybercrimes. Yes.
Cybercrimes. First pronounce
S.
because because before Y and second C pronounce K.
Yes.
K because before other letters.
Right. Yes. And here we can see before R. Right.
R.
Yes, that's very good. The next one, Bogdan.
The object.
Okay, is it object or object?
Object.
Okay, Bogdan thinks that it's an object. But what about this word? Is it a verb or is it a noun?
Is it a verb?
Verb.
And that's why it is object.
It is a
To
verb.
object.
Yeah, it's a verb. That's why it is really object. Yes, not an object, because an object, it's a noun. The stress is on this on the first syllable in a noun, not in a verb. Okay, Timur.
A certificate.
Because before EIY we pronounce S, and before other letters we pronounce K.
K. That's right. Okay. So you're welcome.
Cybercrimes.
Cybercrimes.
A
Suspect.
A suspect. Yes. Who is a suspect?
Подозреваемый.
Подозреваемый.
Yes. Подозреваемый. That's right.
To present evidence.
To present evidence.
Yes. To present evidence. Well done.
Certify.
Certify. Yeah. Oh no.
To present evidence.
To present evidence. Yes. To present evidence. Okay. Was it fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I hope so. And now let's continue with the exercise in our textbook. Yes. So the task is, you should read the sentences, right? And in each of the sentences, there is a noun and a corresponding verb. But you remember that nouns are pronounced with the stress on the first syllable, and verbs are pronounced with the stress on the second syllable. And it goes about nouns and verbs such as record, record, yes, conduct, conduct, suspect, suspect, convict, convict, and so on. But please pay attention that we have here the word dispute. And here it's to dispute and a dispute. Okay? So they are pronounced the same. A noun and a verb are pronounced the same. Okay. So Ilona, will you please start?
Number one, it's important to record everything the prisoner says during interrogation. To record, because it is a verb, we keep a record of tales from day to day on the computer.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. The next, please, Dasha.
I don't dispute your claim to the state. And the second, I believe there is a dispute between my client and yours.
Great.
I'm sure they will convict him.
Again, convict.
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 Yes, that's right.
Convict.
I'm sure they will convict
Convict him.
him. That's right. The next one, Tanya.
The two parties will
Parties.
conduct.
Sorry, Tanya. The two parties.
The two parties will conduct
Negotiations.
negotiations next week. She divorced him because of unreasonable conduct.
Thank you. The next one, Uliana.
The main suspect in murder is the husband, and we suspect that the robbery was carried out by someone inside the company.
Brilliant. Yes, that's right. Okay, well done, well done. Actually, it was a really great job. Tell me, please, what rules or pronunciation have you remembered from this activity? I mean, the presentation, will decide, and this exercise.
I remember that before E, I, and Y we pronounce as S, yeah, C, yes, and S and K before other letters.
Great, thank you very much.
For instance, before the letters E, I, Y, we pronounce G, and before other letters, we pronounce G.
Good, great.
For example, gerund and investigation.
Great, great. Ira, are you ready?
I remember what in noun stresses in first syllables, and in verb stresses on second syllable.
Brilliant, thank you. Thank you very much for active participation, and I hope it was useful, right?
Yes.
Okay.